So I'm currently in Bloom's Hotel here in Dublin. Nice to be there. And this kettle's what awkwardly works, so it is. We have a cup of coffee and then we walk about and then head to Kilmainham jail afterwards and see how it goes. Where's the Kilmainham jail here? See? It's right there behind me. It was opened in 1796 and it closed in 1924. And 14 leaders of the Irish Rebellion during 1916 were housed in there and were shot in there as well. And the Stonebreakers yard. So we'll go out very shortly, show you what it looks like. And I'm not sure if you like film, I've heard that you want to take pictures but not video. What's just out of respect, like, but I'll just see what the crack is with. So you just received confirmation that you're not allowed to take videos in there, but photographs only. And it's probably a respect for like what happened in there. So that's just behind me, and we over here, as I picked out my earlier shot, we go there for something to eat. There's actually a tax class down me, you can go in there, so there's one art museum in there, and the old British Hospital as well. So I just got the end here, so I'm just going to have a wee look at now and to the crack is with. So that's the prices here. I'm not sure if it's flipped in the phone, but that's about how it is. So yeah, I'll do it now, an hour or two for the main jail, and then we'll do that. From we'll do this art museum just to the right hand side up here, as described previously.
I think you would building stamps. Yeah. And you did that.
Kilmainham Gaol was founded in 1796. This was after a man called John Howard looked at the prison system in Ireland, and he seen that all the prisoners were sharing a room. He wanted to give prisoners separate rooms as part of the prison reform. And Kilmainham Jail, or Gaol, was closed in 1924. There were 16 leaders during the 1916 Easter Rising in Dublin and the GPO office. 14 of them were executed here in Kilmainham Jail, and 13 were shot on the right, and one was shot on the left. One was killed in County Cork, and one was killed in London. The British Empire thought that would cease rebellion here in the island of Ireland. However, they were very wrong about that. It only fanned the flames for further rebellions, leading to the independence of Ireland in 1922. After that, a civil war ensued to 1924. So, the youngest person in Kilmainham Jail was 3 years old, and his name was Thomas Roberts, and he was put in prison for begging on the street. And during the famine of 1845 to 1850, a lot of the people moved from the countryside into the cities, and a lot of them stole in order to be put in prison so they could be fed. Only 47 people died in the prison system, and that was a result of disease rather than starvation. The execution yard is known as the Stonebreakers yard, and this is where if you were sentenced to hard physical labour, you went out to this yard to break stones. On either side there's crosses marking the executions, where the executions took place during Easter Rising. And during the Irish Civil War, there was 4 men executed here at Kilmainham Jail. A total of 77 throughout the war were executed. However, four of them were killed on these very grounds, and all of the letters were addressed to the mother due to the fact that they were still young at the time. Patrick Pearse, Thomas J. Clark, and William Pearse were in these very cells right here. They have their names written above it. And also, if you go into the main areas pictured right here, there are some inscriptions of Derry, Skokie, and a hotel name. And one was in Derry, one was in the border between Derry and Donegal, and the other one was a hotel in Donegal. And these were prisoners of the Irish Civil War. And prison cells were 9 foot by 5 foot. And the ones that were given to Thomas J. Clark and Patrick Pearse were slightly bigger, but not that much. And the first section that we've seen, the original jail, built in 1796, was built out of limestone, and it was always had a habit of keeping damp in the pores of the stone, so conditions were not good for breathing. Miss Joseph Plunkett was put in prison for anti-treaty art, and she was put in prison for her art that went against the grain, and her artwork can be seen in her cell. And you may see here that there was serpents or snakes, dragons, whatever you want to call them. They're all in chains. This was due to the fact that a lot of people who were going into the jail were illiterate, and instead of text telling them about their fate, it was basically showing them an image of what it's like now to be in prison. They have chains tied around you. So it's essentially a motif that can be universally understood rather than using text. The tour guide was very good, so he was, and he used a bit of Irish at the start, but a lot of people in the group don't know Irish, and I know a little bit of Irish, but I'm not fluent by any means, so it would mean good to have the tour in Irish. But I'm sure that they would have that option if people are interested in it. Now, that's enough of the facts. The experience was eerie, to say the least, especially the Stonebreakers yard where the executions took place of the rebellion leaders. There's just a very eerie feeling about it. I can't really describe it other than that. And I enjoyed the tour, to be honest. It was short, sweet, to the point. It didn't go on for hours about certain things. He kept it short and brief, which I preferred, and I was able to retain information from that point onward from the tour. Some street art here as well, as you can see. I wear my specs today, just got a new pair there, and I mainly just wear these here for driving, but for long distance I need them. But regardless, head up this here direction up here. The taxman was telling me that there's as I was saying, there's an old British Army hospital here, and there's a centre for modern art, but I'm not too fussed modern art, to be perfectly honest. I like traditional art, but I'm going to go see the architecture because I love buildings here in Dublin. And see, after that, go back out that way to Kilmainham jail, or gaol. The taxman will say that's what he catches the Americans. It's like, they don't say Kilmainham and gaol, they say Kilmainham jail, but gaol's Irish for jail. So I'm just heading up to it now. Let's see how much it is to get in.
Just from like an old show or whatever. But
Here we are in the centre.
You got a class wee bagel there behind me, as you can see. I've got some colourful benches here, contrasting the old Georgian style architecture right there behind me. And you have some artwork here on the walls, right through the place up a wee bit. That's about it, really.